The White House line echoed at a contentious Senate Intelligence Committee hearing today, where the nation's top intelligence figures argued the chats were not classified, despite the fact the reporter says American airstrikes against Houthis in Yemen played out as were discussed. The text thread using the encrypted commercial app Signal, exposed by the editor-in-chief of the Atlantic magazine, who was accidentally added to the chat by National Security Advisor Mike Waltz. Tonight, the president standing by Waltz amid a growing Democratic uproar, some calling for firings. Peter Alexander is covering that story for us tonight.
Put the lives.
Tonight, from Democrats' disbelief and dismay.
This is utterly unprofessional. There's been no apology. There has been no recognition of the gravity of this error.
As they grilled top Trump national security officials about that blunder where a reporter was mistakenly added to an encrypted group chat about what the reporter says were upcoming military operations.
You have to learn from every experience.
While President Trump is defending his national security advisor, Mike Waltz, who the reporter says added him to that group chat.
Doesn't need to apologize.
No, I don't think he should apologize. I think he's doing his best.
The Atlantic's editor-in-chief, Jeffrey Goldberg, says among the officials on that chat, the Vice President, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard, and CIA Director John Ratcliffe, discussing plans for an attack on the Houthis in Yemen. At today's pre-scheduled hearing on global threats, both Gabbard and Ratcliffe repeatedly denied any of the information shared was classified.
My communications, to be clear, in a Signal message group were entirely permissible and lawful and did not include classified information.
Democrat Mark Warner arguing if there was no classified information, they should share all of the texts.
There was no classified material that was shared in that.
So then if there was no classified material, share it with the committee. You can't have it both ways. These are important jobs. This is our national security.
Goldberg reported that 2 hours before the U.S. strikes on the Houthis, Hegseth texted information about targets, weapons the U.S. would be deploying, and attack sequencing.
Did this conversation at some point include information on weapons packages, targets, or timing?
Not that I'm aware of.
Director Gabbard, same question.
Same answer, and defer to the Department of Defense on that question.
Former national security officials say details of planned military operations, including times, targets, and weapons, are by definition classified. Ratcliffe says Signal, the encrypted commercial app the officials used, is loaded on most CIA computers.
One of the things that I was briefed on very early, Senator, was by the CIA records management folks about the use of Signal as a permissible work use. It is. That is a practice that preceded the current administration.
The president tonight downplaying the incident.
The main thing was nothing happened. The attack was totally successful. It was, I guess, from what I understand, took place during, and it wasn't classified information.
While asking Waltz to investigate the chat he led.
We are looking into and reviewing how the heck he got into this room.
Earlier, Hegseth disputed Goldberg's reporting.
Nobody was texting war plans.
That's a lie. He was texting war plans. He was texting attack plans.
Today, Goldberg saying he might go public with more of the texts.
We take national security information seriously. And maybe in the coming days I'll be able to let you know.
Some top Trump allies are criticizing the episode.
I do think it was incredibly sloppy. But that being said, I think it was a mistake.
But also defending the administration.
I can promise you this, when moms and dads lie down to sleep at night and can't, it's sitting on their list. It's sitting on their list. Somebody made a mistake. It happens.
Democrats tonight are calling for an investigation.
This sloppiness, this incompetence, this disrespect for our intelligence agencies and the personnel who work for them is entirely unacceptable.
And Peter, we understand the Senate's top Republican is now weighing in on this.
Leicester Senator John Thune says mistakes were made, that they want to make sure they do not happen again, and he adds that there will likely be a Senate hearing on that leaked group chat. Notably late tonight, the top House Democrat says Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth should be fired.
Lester.
All right, Peter, thank you. On Capitol Hill, the Senate